Blacker. And I wanted to surprise you.
With the braca.
I'm black and we are alive.
Ah, Makena,
Nilikuwa nataka kukusell leo.
why did you have to do that? I was looking at our go live and nikajiuliza. We always start laughing, even somebody may be wondering what were we saying there before. And now we are
Oh, it's
already
good.
live.
I always tell you have to psych ourselves and be ready. Hey,
That is
Lois.
true. Mm.
Good afternoon, everybody, wherever you are. Welcome here. It's a Tuesday. Can you imagine? We have only 6 days to go. Yeah, to end November, and this is Thanksgiving week. We are so much grateful to God for what He has done for us, for carrying us through 2025. We're just here to give thanks to God and to welcome you. As usual, we are here to talk about our business, and not only that, just to encourage somebody who is living on the sideline. Yeah, somebody who is so doubtful and skeptical, and you're like, oh, what's wrong with this lady? They only talk about one thing. Yes, because this thing is real and it's changing our lives. And that's why we keep on coming here every day. So today we have a very interesting topic. We're talking about the day you decide. Yeah. That day you decide your life starts moving. And all the time we have been talking about God multiplies our movement. Yeah. So stay here and we'll just dive in this together. In case you have any question, write it in the comment section. In case you want to join us, yeah, say, hey, I'm ready. Say, I'm ready. This is the day. And we'll be able to get in touch with you. Otherwise, welcome here. I will just want to give, hey, my name is McKenna. Yeah. Yeah, Lois, welcome. Introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, McKenna. I am Lois, originally from Kenya, but currently I live in Oregon, USA, together with my family, a mother to one young adult, legal assistant by profession, and a proud digital business owner. Yes, this is a wonderful morning, a new morning for us where we want to tell you, we want you to make that decision so that your life can start moving. Back to you, McKenna.
All right, so that our lives can start moving. That's a wonderful thing. I just want to connect my page here. All right. Okay, so our topic today is, as I have said, the day you decide your life starts moving. The moment you decide, I am not staying where I am. Yeah. I am so tired of staying here. That is the time. That is the time everything moves for you. Yeah. The time you say that, oh, my spirit has woken up, until that shift happens in your life and you activate your faith and your mindset aligns with your vision, that is the time when opportunities come. And that's the time you see them. Because when you're just there, your mind has not shifted and your faith is not aligned. Even if opportunities comes, you could not see them before you start, yeah, showing up and saying, hey, this is where I need to. The decisions create momentums. Momentums create change. Change create breakthrough, my friend. So that one decision is really important for you. Some of you are one decision away from a different life, a healthier life, a more purposeful life, a financially free life, a life where you stop surviving and start living. And here is the truth: God doesn't move in confusion, God moves in decision. Where you say yes, heaven backs you up. Yeah. When you say yes, heaven backs you up. When you take one step, God multiplies it. So this morning, this evening, depending with where you are. We're going to talk about what happens when you decide finally. And so when you decide that I am done sitting in fear, yeah, I am done in waiting, I am done in shrinking every day, I am ready to move, because your life starts shifting when you make that decision. So today we just here with Lois, and we are ready to dive into this with you. Yeah, so Lois, our first question is, what is one decision you have been postponing that could completely shift your life or finances if you made it today? Yeah, and remember, this is not about Lois. Lois has already made her decision. Yeah, she's already in. She's already in it. So it's all about you. It is all about you. So Lois, if you're able to help this person who is out there, who have been postponing and saying, oh, I'll check it tomorrow, I'll register tomorrow, I'll do blah blah tomorrow, what can you tell that person?
Okay, thank you so much, McKenna. And I really love this topic because this is a topic that resonates with us, and especially me. Let me talk for myself because it took me a while, as much as as much as I was looking for a change in my life. It took me a while for me to make that decision. But the
Mm,
most important thing is I made the decision, and it has completely shifted my life. That is what I want to tell you. So I want to speak to that person who is there. And this person you've been seeing us, and not just us, maybe even you have been seeing other people. You've been feeling that it is the high time you make a decision that has an impact in your life. But every time when you're about to make this decision, you push it aside. I don't know whether McKenna you have ever experienced this, because I've
mm,
experienced it at times. When you want to make a decision, you feel there is some energy, positive energy pushing you towards it. And when you don't make that decision at some point, anytime you think about it, you're just brushing it aside. I
yes.
want to tell you, I've learned that that time when you are feeling so much positive about it, that is a grace period. And it is the high time you take advantage of that time. Because the minute you continue pushing it aside, you're delaying your next move. You're pushing probably what God has been nudging you to do to move forward, but you do not want that. So, what are you doing? You're delaying your disobedience. And what does that happen? You delay your result. And so, sometimes we keep asking ourselves, do I really want to do this? You ask
Mm-hmm.
yourself so many questions, but you don't really make a decision. So I want to tell you, your breakthrough just need a yes. It's just away from a yes. And this, McKenna has said, this is the Thanksgiving week. And the Thanksgiving you can give to yourself, and maybe give thanks to God, because I'm sure God has given you the resources for you to start this business. He cannot give you an idea and not provide the resources. You always find the resources. You just need to look around and you see everything has already been provided with you. Because even the Bible says we do not lack because we do not have. We lack because we do not ask. It is just around us there. We just need to stretch our hand extra hard and get it. And how do you do that? By just saying yes. So stop procrastinating, stop postponing, because you're delaying so much in your life. And you really don't need to plan the whole plan. You just need to take that courage where you are right now. Because I want you to ask yourself this question. These ladies have been talking about a business. And I'm telling myself, I want to plan. What are you planning around? You have no idea what the business is all about. You have no idea what it takes. All what you know is this is an extraordinary business for ordinary people. And if I need to plug in, all what I need is to go register my name and with my email address on their website, and that. So you need to take the whole initiative and decide, I'm getting in. And then once you understand what you're getting in, you can start strategizing, you can
It
start
is just
planning. But you cannot do that when you have not taken that courage, because you do not know where you're going to start. So that is the starting point. The starting point is taking that bold step and saying no to more postponing and moving forward. Because when you move, God multiplies. But when you hesitate, that fear steals your momentum. Because the minute you delay, you had a lot of momentum, you had a lot of positivity on moving forward, but the minute you start fearing, having that hesitation, that fear steals that momentum, and you're no longer willing to take that step or even to say that yes. And what do? You go back to the square one. You start postponing again, and the cycle continues. But how long are you going to stay stuck in that position? Long are you going to stay stuck in multiple jobs, in working multiple uh, shifts, just leaving your just coming to your house like a hotel to shower and change clothes and move to the next job? That is not the way. Remember, life is meant to be enjoyed, not to survive. Move in with faith, because your future is waiting for you. That is all what I can tell you. You have to move with faith, because your future is always waiting for you. But if you still continue living in fear, hesitating, you're still going to remain the same way. I know they say, like, we came to Rome and everybody say, let's do multiple jobs, let's take extra shift after shift, and we think that is the way that is the way Rome should be. No, you can decide that I don't want to follow what the Romans do and do your own thing, and you see yourself flourish in a different way, because we all came here to look for green pastures. But you have to be careful how you're looking for green pastures. This is a country where you you have, they say it's a country of honey and milk, but if you're not careful, wewe ndio utakuwa ng'ombe na ndio utakuwa nyuki. Unatafuta hiyo asali na utafuta hiyo maziwa. Kwa hivyo, ndugu zangu, tafadhali kuja mujiangalia hii biashara. Kwa hii Thanksgiving si mara na kukula kula kula tu na kusherekea. Give yourself a different gift. Back to you, Makena.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Where is that train? Where is that train? Let me look for the train. Okay, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lois. Yeah. Sometimes you realize that people say, oh, I need some more information. But when it comes to digital space, everybody knows about digital space. So you don't need to say, hey, tomorrow I'll do one, two, three. No, your decision really matters. So we move on to the next question. What fear or excuse has been keeping you in the same place, even though you know you are meant for more? You're there, yeah, you've been praying. You know that, yeah, I know God is blessing me, but you're just waiting. So what is that fear? Talk to that person, Lois.
Thank you, McKenna. There are several things, that there are fears and excuses that keep you in the same place. And as I was saying before, for how long are you going to stay that place? First of all, the best thing is, first of all, identify that fear.
Mm,
And how do I? And one of the fear I know, it's fear of failure. But I
yes.
ask you, why are you having that fear of failure and you don't know even what you're getting yourself to? Why don't you have tell yourself, I'm going to not fail, I'm going to be successful? Because life is not a straight line. It has its up and downs. That is
Mm-hmm.
what you know. Because even in your place of work, you'll make some errors. So, and that is part of, unajua tunasemanga kutereza sio kuanguka. In short, you just sleep and then you can stand up and move on. And then the other thing, it's being judged. Let me ask you, even when not starting that thing that is going to help you in your life and your family, have you tried to think whether anybody is judging you the way you are? Have you tried to think that way? But you're only thinking, if I get myself into the social media, into this business, they are going to judge me, asking, now, what are you doing on social media? What is that you're saying? McKenna and I come here every morning and we post on our pages.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a decision we made to ourselves, whether we come. We don't come, people will always find something to say. So we told ourselves, come anyway. Say what you want to say. Spread the news. Let them hear that. And then they can make the decision. So even yourself, I want to tell you, even when you do those multiple jobs, when you have
Yes.
no time for yourself, they are still
Mm-hmm.
saying yeye kazi yake tu ni kufanya kazi kazi. Hata nashangaanga hiyo pesa yake anajienjoyingi lini? Sasa can you imagine? So they'll still judge you in one way or another. Then the other thing, McKenna, it's very funny because everybody has 24 hours. Nobody has 26 or even
Mm-hmm.
25. That we can say the reason why we are able to do this business is because we have more time than others. No. But I believe where there is a will, there is a way. So
Yes.
stop giving yourself that excuse of saying, I do not have enough time. I have my children. I have my job. I have all that. I have my job. I have my daughter. I have my family. And I have so many other things. But because I had the will and I knew that I was going to make a way, I made a way for this business. So that is even you. That is just an excuse. Unatafuta tu kizinzio kidogo tu hivo, na mambo ni kujipanga tu polepole. Na hii ni biashara, hata unaweza kuwa una babysit mtoto wako hapo na bado unaifanya. Si lazima ati ugoje watoto walale ufanye nini. Hakuna hapa kudress ati unakuja hapa kufanya biashara. La hasha, hapa ni unakuja vile tu uko. Kwa hivyo hakuna hiyo mipangilio ingine. Sasa ile kitu ingine watu wanasemanga Makena, mtu ana pesa. Hii kitu inanishtuanga sana. And the same time, this same person you'll see, they'll go to a showroom and buy a vehicle. And this vehicle, they'll buy it on credit. But the minute you tell them, pay 149, you get that key to open for you to understand the business model, to get more details on how this business work. They start saying, I do not have money. They even start thinking that the only way they can invest is just by paying that 149. What business are you investing and you want to earn 5 figure or 6 figure with 149? Which kind of business is that? Ask yourself that question. Hii si ile biashara ya vitu ya kushainiwa kushaini ndio mtaendelea kufanyiwa NCMA. Hapana, hii ni biashara halali, a very disciplined biashara with a very strong foundation. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
thinking that 149 is the only investment you're going to take, no. So, and I don't see why you would say you do not have money when you're doing other things that are giving you more expenses than investing in yourself. So
Mm.
so you have to make sure you name those excuses, name those fears, and confront them with boldness and tell them, you fear, I want to tell you. God has not given me has not given me the spirit of fear. He has given me the spirit of love and sound mind. So I am going to get into this business, you like it or not. With those people who think they can judge me, I know even you are still judging me now, even when I'm not in the business. So I do not want to listen to what you're saying. All is gone. It is me, and I forge you forward. I keep, and you know what, McKenna? There's somebody who
Mm.
told me, when you keep saying that you do not have money for this and that, you're living in the mind
Never.
of scarcity.
Mm-hmm. And you'll
And
never get it. Mm-hmm.
yes, so it is not good. So just tell those fear, I already have the money. I just need to know what next step for me to take. So you have to remember that those excuses are most of the time rooted on because you are comfortable. You want to remain into that comfort zone. And you have to remember that nothing comes from comfort zone. And growth requires stretching harder. You have to stretch a bit, and stretching always gives uncomfortable before, because when you stretch you become uncomfortable. Even when you stretch to reach for something in normal circumstances, you feel uncomfortable. But the goodness with this stretching, by getting into this business, at the end of it, it's rewarding. So you have to understand that your purpose is bigger than staying strapped and staying in the same cycle. So let your faith speak louder than your excuses. That is what I want to tell you. Allow your faith to speak louder than your excuses, and you're going to see yourself move further than you ever imagined. Back to you, McKenna.
Ooh, that's powerful. That's powerful. Thank you so much. Allow your faith, your action to speak louder, yeah, than anything else. We move on. We move on. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. I don't want it to scroll.
You wanted to
I want it
come
to,
there to spotlight it.
yes, but I don't know how to do that. No. All right.
You had just done it a few minutes ago.
Yeah, because I clicked once you miscalculate,
Oh.
you're done. You see now what is coming there.
Sasa the problem is I for me I have to look at it for me to be able to know what to
Yeah,
tell
to
you
say,
what to
so
do.
what I
Yeah.
do, I just bring it there. Even if it's scrolling, I think you can still read.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. So our third question, Lois, is if you decided to start today, what positive change, or maybe to somebody who is out there, could happen in your life within the next 30 to 90 days? For this person who has been waiting now, maybe they are saying, oh yes, today is my day, I have changed my mind already. So what is that one thing that they can say, yeah, maybe more income, more confidence? Yeah, tell us.
Okay, thank you so much, McKenna. I like that question. And when you decide to make that change, there's so many things that can happen in your life because you have to remember you've already started thinking in a positive way as you are moving. Just to analyze from the questions that we started, the reason why you are already postponing, you're postponing because your mindset was an employee mindset, which was not thinking on the positive side and not thinking that there is more to life than just being an employee. But now,
Mm-hmm.
the minute you've decided to, yes, today is the day I'm going to change, you've already shifted your mind. And so, what happens, you have to remember that you have to, this has to be consistent, because when you are consistent, that shift, you're going to have an income, sorry, an income increase. You're going to have confidence, you increase your confidence. And when I say this, I'm saying out of experience, because this person who you're looking here, I wasn't as confident as I look today. I know that. And I tell people, go back to my page, scroll down and see how this person was before I started this business. And so I have increased my confidence, and I now have a direction towards wherever I'm gearing to. So that
Mm.
is what happens. I've also gained new skills, have new kind of mindset. I look at things in a positive way, and I try as much as possible, because in this business we learn so many things, not just hard on skills. We also learn soft skills that help you even yourself emotionally as just being. And when you get that help, you're able to move your mindset in a positive way. And that's how you start seeing new opportunity every time, because before you could not see those opportunities. Not that they never existed, they existed, but because of the way your mindset was formed, you did not see that. You never saw those open doors. You only saw the side of failure, the side of judgment, and everything. But right now, you're seeing a new person, and person with a lot of skills, a different mindset. And they say, McKenna, when you do something for 30 consistency days or even 90 days, this become part and parcel of your life. And that you, if you don't do it, you feel like, I don't think there's something that is amiss in your life. So when you continue doing this for so many years, for so many months, for so many days, you find yourself you're getting that success that you always looked for. So you have to remember that God will honor your movement by taking that bold step and getting to the business. And what am I trying to say here? How do you get that bold step? What you have to do? You see McKenna, Coach McKenna website on the screen. You just have to go there, take that bold step, put in your name and email address, and once you get do that, you watch our free webinar. And once you watch our free webinar, this is where I say you have to get the key. And when you get the key is by paying your 149 USD. And then you get to understand how the business model works, you get how to understand the compensation plan, and also see the company that we have partnered with. And you may think that that money is coming to me. No, that money is for your own benefit, because
Mm.
it's a one time fee, not a subscription fee. You pay it once. And as long as you're in this business, that is what you provide your training, and that is what you'll provide for your mentorship and your coach. So you always have a mentor and a coach as long as you're in this business. So you're never alone. And then you'll be added to a business community where everybody works with you, because in this journey, if you want to walk further, you have to walk with other like-minded people. But if you want to walk faster, walk alone, which might not give you the results that you really need, because you're just walking faster. And it is good to share ideas, brainstorm with other people, and get to understand their point of view. They give you new strategies, because when they give you new strategies on how to steer your business, that's how you're able to progress little by little. You have people to cheer you up, you'll have people to show you, yeah, this is the way and this is the path to follow. Because can you imagine, McKenna, a life where nobody cheers you,
Mm-hmm.
nobody
Imagine.
recognizes your milestones? So that is what I'm talking about. So in this business, you have to remember that you're life, or rather the success of your business, involves other people. You cannot do this business all by yourself. But if you want to do it all by yourself, it's up to you. But it is more fun and more enjoyable when do it with other people. So take that leap of faith today and decide, so that your life can start moving. And that brave decision you're going to make today, you're going to see how you're going to align all the resources that God has put for you. You
Mm.
bring all the people that He has put for you, and favor is going to follow you. So, what you have to do is keep going, and you're going to see more in your life. This is the time to make. The year is coming to an end. And if you take stock of the things that you had planned to do from the beginning of the year up to now, I want to ask yourself whether you have achieved so many of them. And because you just made resolutions, you did not make decision. Because when you make a decision, you commit yourself that this is a decision, this is something that I'm going to do, and I'm going to follow it to the letter. So take a stock of whether you did meet your resolutions, and if you don't, do not evaluate them. And it is not too late for you to start make a decision right now. The best time to make a decision is now, so that when you start 2026, you already have the momentum. That's why we have decided to tell you about this, that you need to make a decision now so that your life can start moving in 2026, and you thank your future self when you see how far you've gone. Back to you, McKenna.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Lois. That's thank you. Just make that one decision. It will really change your life in so many ways. Don't wait. In Africa, we always say tomorrow, tomorrow never comes. So today is your day. Now is the time for you to register, not just to be there, to register and watch that 90-minute webinar and pay the 149. Today is your day. Otherwise, thank you all for being here. I hope you're preparing. You're just making a list every day. You're telling God thank you for what He has done in your life, because this is the season of Thanksgiving. So we just want to give thanks for you. So thank you so much. I'll be able to see you again tomorrow. We love doing this. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to you guys for being here. Thank you for being here.